Ready, go. Ready, Paul? Good evening. Welcome to the May 11th, 2016 meeting of the Middleton Planning Board. There's three regular members are in attendance, so therefore I'm going to appoint Anthony Tierno as a voting member of the board. Oh, and here he comes. Man of the hour, the man with the power. And because Luciano's here and we need a fifth member, Luciano Leone also as a voting member tonight. Thank you both for coming. Lovely to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Okay, so first item on our agenda, the minutes of April 13th. Would anybody like to make a motion on the minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the meeting of April 13th.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Abstain.
She was in Florida. Okay, so first item on our agenda is going to be a subdivision approval not required plan for 161-163R North Main Street, Bay Development LLC.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm just gonna.
Do you want me to bring the stand over? Is that a stand?
I can hold it, I think. It is. Melissa Ogden, of Man and Man, here on behalf of the applicants Bay Property Management, Bay Development, and Jaws Development LLC, requesting the planning board endorse an approval not required plan for the subdivision of land. I have it here. The copies that you have before that I have here are revised slightly since what was submitted, and the changes were to write in to be raised on the buildings and structures that were to actually be raised, and to make a correction on the plan references. And the purpose of us presenting this and requesting it is to create a separate lot for residential use, so that we can maintain the integrity of the residential zoning on the Dixie Drive properties, and to also assure the residents on Dixie Drive that Dixie Drive won't be used as access to the subdivision off of North Main Street. And also to comply with the restrictive covenants, because it's our interpretation that by removing or taking off a portion of the lot, we will be maintaining the residential zone.
So thank you for making that extra, that correction on the notations for the houses to be raised. Our concern was that if something happens and this project does not go through, we've combined one lot now with multiple residential units on it, and we just wanted to assure that.
So is that one also being?
This house is not going to be raised, so this is segregated off. This is the Doherty house, we call it number 16. That is going to remain as a residential structure, correct? And then all of these other ones are being combined into one giant lot that'll be the property for the project. And, you know, I wanted all of these things to be noted as to be raised.
And outlined is the lot. And we've complied with all zoning.
You're gonna build right up to
Yes.
the zoning line?
Yep.
No, because they went, actually they went beyond it. Why didn't they stop at the zoning
All
line?
good.
Because they own.
I have a question.
Because they own to the street. They've
I know,
purchased
but-
to the street.
But commercial can only go to the residential line.
Technically, no. It can go, how many feet over the residential line?
I don't know the question.
You can cross the zoning line so many feet into the next zone.
To the, what is the wording? Into the less restricted zone. And
Yes, so the residential is the less restricted, so my question is,
I'm sorry, the more restricted. And so residential is the more restricted, actually.
Right.
And so you can go from industrial into residential 30 feet, but you can't go from residential to industrial.
So that's, and I don't think there's any structures planned for that area, but they will be putting fencing and
yeah,
other.
so I guess my question is, why didn't he bring this whole section to the zoning line and not go beyond it?
I can't see what you're
The zoning line.
Where they're knocking down the house, where the Dempsey's property is, that she's saying
This
that.
commercial
he's
is
putting the-
going right to, beyond the
The lot is
residential
being
line.
created,
Because
yes.
he has to adhere to the buffer setback, So he may need that triangle that's going over the line into the residential because he has to stay back 35 feet from his lot line.
Oh, okay, so that's the reason why he went beyond the,
I'm assuming that's it because we
I don't
can't see
think,
the
I don't think
building
there are
on
any
this.
buildings proposed for beyond the line, but there definitely is fencing and other greenery, et cetera.
Yes, and the zoning line is 700 feet
It
back.
also could be the area that they're planning to put a new berm in between the two ledge outcroppings to fill that whole berm area in, but we can't see it.
It's somewhat an odd shape, but that was to, it was to capture the residential.
So what they wanted to do is assuage the fears of the people in from Dixie Drive that they were trying to put access to this project from Dixie Drive. So what they did was they reconfigured this lot to show it as retaining all of the frontage along the way, which I said, that really doesn't assuage their fears because now you own the house next door, you can always come in that way too. Though they're not.
And that wouldn't have been an easy road to cross to do what they were afraid
Right.
of anyway,
They're,
but.
yeah, they're not. They've got full, access from a state highway, so they don't need that. But I think that was part of the, and also to the covenant issue that they're gonna be facing,
So I
which has
did-
nothing to do with
I
us.
did look over the plan. It does conform to all the planning board's rules and regulations for
Yep.
A&Rs, and it's entitled to endorsement.
Right.
Okay. Does anybody like to make a motion?
I was gonna, seeing as there was that little change, do we still have the secondary access road behind the?
No, the fire department said that they did not need it because this isn't the plan that shows the actual project.
Right, right,
What
but-
they did was they were able to, on this access for the building that's gonna be in
They
this
are.
area, they
Yeah, yeah, it was only
reconfigured
that
it to
one.
make it a hammerhead so that the public safety vehicles
Because
could
I
turn
know it was
around
not to
there.
get around, but it was to that building.
Right, and they were going to, at one point, they were thinking about building that out to get access to this
Mm-hmm.
manufacturing building.
they didn't want to eliminate it, though?
It's there. I mean, they can't, really, it's an easement.
Yeah, it's
that-
kind of right.
But what's before the board tonight is just the plan. They
Just the
may-
A&R.
they
No,
may
I
not
was
do
asking that
anything.
question, that's all.
Yeah, no, this is just the
wanna
A
know.
and R to create these two lots, standalone for the residential, and then all of the other ones combined to make the area where the commercial property is gonna be. So, does anybody wanna make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the A&R as presented.
Okay, I have a second? Second? And Luciano says second. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, okay, thank you.
And I have,
How many,
I have the Mylar
If I
and one.
gave you the pen,
yeah, how many do you need?
I need one copy and a Mylar.
Yes, please.
we'll take one signed copy.
I'm gonna take some,
Okay, want to give that to her too?
for you to sign as well.
Oh, okey-dokey. We'll need this. Can I borrow this one?
If I borrow that?
What's hot, Beverly? You're still on fire from Florida.
Thanks for
She's
bringing
like-
the warm weather
yeah.
back, by the way.
She's retaining.
No, you
I
didn't?
came, and it was cold, and I
She's
had a
like,
cold.
she's
I'll take it.
retaining radiation from the sun, and she's like,
It's because I was on the road for 2 hours.
It's the one they're doing now.
okay, so we've got 1, 2,
Do you
3,
have
4.
elastic?
Yeah, I do.
Who didn't sign this one?
So sign this
I
one.
think Rick needs
Rick?
No, that's not it, it's here.
Rick,
It's
this
okay.
one? Okay.
I got you.
And you guys have-
I was getting ahead of myself with the other thing.
You disregarded my email, didn't you? I wasn't sure
Because you
what,
disregarded yourself. You're like, oh, forget it.
I didn't know what day it was, never mind.
This one's full.
Okay, that one's completely signed. These two, no, this one.
Rick needs one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's full, yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Beautiful penmanship.
Doesn't she have really nice penmanship?
But that's right.
All the nuns are rolling in their graves and penmanship, and look at how I write. Do it just,
I got such chicken scratch.
yeah. He used to make me stand in front of the door, Kurt. So this goes back
See,
to.
the nun wouldn't have been able to pull that out
was
of
too
your hand, you bear down
Yeah.
too hard.
Seriously.
I know.
First Street, do it.
All right, and you already got it signed. Copy. Okay.
I put this one up on the computer, I couldn't concentrate.
Yeah, this one's a little complicated. A little complicated. Okay, so the next item on our agenda is an A&R, subdivision approval not required plan for 157 Forest Street in Baradini. Did I say?
Venus.
Sorry, DeBaradinas. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good, thank you.
How could she murder your name like that?
There was no S on this one.
Apologize
That's
for-
fine.
There
It
was no
happens all the
S on
time.
here.
I noticed that too.
Do you see an S on that?
Yeah, it's DeBaradinas.
If it
And this
wasn't,
is my
it would
daughter,
be
Nicole
without the
Martin.
S, but it still would be Regina.
What we're looking to do today is my daughter's going to build a house on 159. My address is 157. I live next door. And we're looking to conjoin two lots. There's a front lot owned by me and a back lot owned by me as well. We want to purchase both. And in order to have the proper frontage, we need to have those lots conjoined.
So
Per the building inspector.
you meet, do you want to just step up and show it? Because I'm assuming this is
I'm
it.
looking, it looks like somebody,
Yeah.
looks like one of the kids took a crayon from
can you
over here
just-
and did this, like, where
You
is
can
all,
step
what
up.
is over here? Yeah, can you kind of show us this? That'd be great.
Nicole, you all set? You want me to do it? You good?
Yeah, I might be able to chime in too, because of
Let's
the
all-
whole history.
This is where your mother
Bring it in.
correct?
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
This is where my mother lives.
Right, and then
And-
you're taking this lot and this lot, and you're making it one, and this is the new lot line, correct?
Yep, yep.
So I'm trying to
this
figure
lot
out what
and
are
that.
all these lines?
This is building
Setbacks.
setback lines.
Yep.
That's building setback lines, meaning you can't build in anything out in, you have to build within the setbacks.
Okay.
That's all.
This is the
this?
existing structure.
This is the wetlands.
No, what's this
Right
line here?
This is the setback line.
Building setback.
Oh, okay.
This is the
This
building
line.
I
setback
can't
line.
see,
I've
so,
never seen
no?
that before. Okay.
That's also the building, when they build the building, we're building it right at this section right here. We're removing this house and building a house right in here. And the building inspector wanted the frontage, so he wanted these two lots, or this lot here given with this lot. Because right now, Donna just owns this one, and they were just using
Because
this, and then it had no
originally, we
frontage.
were gonna
Okay,
just
so-
purchase the back.
Where is the existing lot line now?
Right here.
It's 3 lots right
It's
now.
3 lots.
Okay,
It's here and here.
okay, so 1,
2,
2,
3.
3. And what's this?
This is Donna's house.
That's where
Okay.
she lives.
That's
Nothing to
not,
do
that's
with it.
not, okay.
Nothing to do with it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're joining these two lots to get the
These
frontage.
3 lots.
These 3 lots.
3 lots.
1, 2, 3.
I got it.
To get the frontage.
Technically, per the town of Middleton, these lots had already conjoined
They have been.
by
And there's nothing
law
on
and
these.
regulations. Nothing.
And there
no.
will be nothing on them. And there will be nothing on them.
Yeah, just
I don't know why you made him put all those lines in.
Well, so, Katrina, help me out here. The 165 through the dwelling, right? But it has to be parallel to the frontage.
Okay, this
Right?
is an existing house. And so, once they create this lot, there will be one lot with frontage. It's a non-conforming lot because it doesn't meet our requirements for dimensions, et cetera. And it may not meet the dimensions for the house. However, once it's one lot and they want to tear that down and rebuild, I believe they need a special permit from the Zoning Board of Appeals if you're gonna be moving the footprint of the house. I don't know if you are moving the footprint of the house.
We're moving the footprint,
Yeah.
but we're conforming to the building inspector. Richard said that we just had to come here to combine these lots, and he was okay with us building the house right here as long as we stayed within the setbacks.
Yeah, no,
I
because
would,
it,
I would
think
just, I would
that's
question
correct.
that. I think if
Okay.
you do move the footprint, or it could be just expanding the footprint, but I'm pretty sure if you move the footprint, you just need the
You're right.
ZBA to
We're-
sign
the
off
footprint that
and
we're
say you're
building-
not expanding
The footprint that we're building
nonconformance.
is actually smaller than the footprint that's there.
It could be, but I would double check I think it's section 3, 3.3. And
Is
there's
Rick still here?
certain
No,
reasons
he's
that you
gone.
need to get a special
that's
permit
another
from the
reason
Board of
why.
Appeals.
Okay.
And I think one was if you're tearing down and rebuilding, expanding the footprint or changing the footprint, you need a special permit.
Okay.
Because this was exactly what we were talking about with the dimensional lot width of the, in the warrant article that we tried to clarify the language, is that you don't want the lots to go frontage and then in like this and then out like that and put the house in the back. It's supposed to be parallel to the frontage. You're supposed to be able to draw, take a ruler and draw up to where you can put the house. And then if the lot has to go out like this or like that in the back, and you've got sufficient area, that's fine. The whole point was not to have frontage and then nothing and then area in the back.
Right, but this is pre-existing.
Yeah.
I
I
understand,
know,
but
but-
they're saying that if you raise it,
But you're taking it down,
then now all of a sudden it's become non-conforming.
right.
Yeah, it's non-conforming
Conforming
today.
already.
Right.
And they're just combining it, they're making it less
Well,
non-conforming,
no.
because right now, this lot has 0 frontage. And they're adding these 2 lots to give it frontage. So it's less non-conforming, but it's still a non-conforming lot. And so you have to adhere to the regulations under Section 3.
Yeah,
And it's all doable.
Before the
It's-
building.
yeah.
So they have to go to the
Yeah,
zoning board
just
of
check.
appeals?
I'm
A&R is
pretty
fine.
sure, but you just need to check with the zoning. I mean, I could look it up on my phone, but it's gonna take a while. But
Yeah,
we can-
no, I think,
They have to go to ZBA?
that's what I think, if they're going to be rebuilding. But if Rick
See,
told
we
you.
haven't even purchased it yet. He wanted us to combine them, do the A&R, then we would be closing to
Do you have to
purchase
take
it,
that house down?
And then he would give us the building inspection.
Huh?
It's a camp.
Oh, I
So then
know,
I
but,
could be wrong.
Do you
um,
have to
but
take it
just-
down?
You just have to look at the zoning
have to do
bylaw
anything in
section.
life.
right, so you can
And,
take 3 walls
and I
down.
think the alternate
Oh.
building inspector is back. I think I heard him today.
And there's no easement from Danvers Water.
But Rick, they could,
How did
what
you-
they could
Good.
do, they
You
could,
back right up
they
to
could
it, right? Am
take
I right?
3 walls down
Yeah,
and change that house.
right, and be
Right.
as if it
Yeah,
wasn't
And build
changed.
it in the
For
same,
that,
you don't
we'd
want to
go
build
the
it in the
ZBA
same,
and do it
Well,
once
yeah,
and
I
do it
mean,
right. You
right,
wouldn't.
another-
you don't want to do it
No,
that
we
way.
wouldn't do that.
But I know another.
The product wouldn't be as good. The product wouldn't be
No.
the same.
what's the note 2 on the easement here?
Contact me too, and I can look it up.
Yeah, another step
And
would be
then-
good
and then you
in
have to
just,
finalize it with
you
the
know,
building
it's
inspector
not that it's
because
not
he's the
doable,
one
it's
with the
just
final
make
say
sure of
the
it.
zoning.
It's a right of way
Yeah.
to others.
Just want to follow the process.
Yeah, we were just at the
And who
tail
has
end
the
with
right of way?
Richard. And we were almost
So
like,
this is a right of
Who's
way?
this Richardson's property?
I could contact him too.
Where does this right of way go to and come from?
It comes right to
This,
my property over to,
this was an old, one of those old pre-subdivision control subdivisions. And these are newer houses here.
yep.
Yeah.
Courier
Just
Lane?
built in the last 10 or so
That was
years.
Killamonis's.
And-
That was
And
Killamonis, right.
all the people that had rights to those paper streets had to sign off saying they relinquished their rights
Is that
to
the
the
Courier
paper
Way?
street.
No,
I forget
That
what it was
is
called.
after,
it's
I
after that.
believe, yeah.
So the
It's
right
the
of way
other-
has
it's
not
the
been
road next to your house
extinguished.
now,
Right, but
That they
it's,
signed off on.
there's no, they have no rights to this. The only people who have rights to this are the owners, and therefore it doesn't mean anything when you have an easement on your property that the property owners have rights to. I mean,
That's what the land attorney told us.
yeah,
Right.
it just
that
kind of
If it
disappears. It's-
starts and
correct.
ends on the same property, no one else rights.
It's a moot point,
Because
it
they
becomes
got rid
moot.
of the Brett Street on the other side.
Right, and that's why, at first, I think the owners thought that this was a separate lot from this, and they could build a house there and build a house there, but because this was owned by the property owners, it really wasn't an easement or anything. And so, in the eyes of the law, those lots would be combined because that was a non-conforming lot with 0 frontage.
Because originally, Richard, when we were going through it, he had said they already are conjoined according to the Middleton, I don't know,
Zoning bylaw.
This-
zoning bylaw.
Right.
So, but he's like, just go through this process, get the A&R, just so we can kind of,
Right, because on the
finalize
plans,
it.
it looked like it was a separate lot because there was an
Yeah.
easement between it. And we didn't want anyone being confused and buying this and trying to build on it
Yeah.
at a later date.
I'm just, the whole point is that the way that historically, the frontage through the building, the dimensions through the building have been interpreted, have been that you must maintain the frontage to the building. And that, we don't have that here, so.
The lot width?
Right.
But it's a pre-existing.
Pre-existing.
Right, so we're on.
I get that.
Well,
Do the-
it's pre-existing, but you're making a new plan,
Exactly, and,
and you're
You're-
supposed to bring it up
and
to,
I'm bringing, if you want to, we'll sign the A&R. We sign A&Rs all the time. We've divided swampland. Doesn't mean that the lot is buildable.
Doesn't
All
mean
we
you can
do
do
is
anything
say
with it, right.
that it meets
Right.
the dimensional requirements. Doesn't mean that it's buildable, though.
Right.
So, we just try to explain that to people, so when people come in and say, well, this is what I want to do, you might have a problem. So we're trying to, just be helpful, to let you
Do you know
know.
if the new building envelope here meets our lot width requirement?
It does,
Oh, okay,
it does.
so it meets it.
okay. So you're moving the house down this way.
Yeah, into the, so it's not.
We would like
non-conforming
it
anymore.
pushed back more, but we weren't able to do that.
It really didn't
They
work.
made us,
Conservation
yeah.
land,
Yeah.
the wetlands, so they had to move it.
We had to stay with the septic, we had to stay with as far away from the wetlands, we had to stay within the building envelope, so we made everything fit.
What did they make you, 100 feet, 200 feet? What did they make?
So we just stayed, we complied with every way that we could.
And
So
and
we
the
didn't
plan
have
does
to go and
conform
ask
to
for
all
any
the
forgiveness.
Requirements for A&R plans in your rules and regs.
I think I would plan to go through the zoning board. I think you're gonna need it. You're gonna have to get
Just
the
make
zoning board for the
just make
special
the one
permit.
extra step.
I would plan to take that extra step. It's gonna be necessary because it's a non-conforming lot and you're building a brand-new house and taking down what's there. It's not as bad as you think, but it is gonna be a necessary step.
So where do
I mean, because you've kind of committed to that already, because,
Katrina's she can help you through that process.
but they've kind of committed to that already, that this
do it
is going to
that
be
way.
raised, because they put it on the A&R. So the A&R that's going to be recorded is showing this is coming down. So-
But that's the same, the only way that it works for them is to do
Before they issued a
it.
new
But-
building permit.
But if you determine that you cannot build a new structure and you need to keep one wall up,
I see what you're saying.
That's
you
what
might
I
have
was
to
trying
come
to tell
back
you.
in and say, okay, now we need to amend the A&R, because you don't want that to be showing to be raised. But then again, if we say not to be raised, and we're looking at this,
Then you say, don't do anything, because now
Well-
you're creating a lot that's not conforming.
yeah. Unfortunately, there have been court cases recently, and people hang their hat on this, that we are not allowed to deny an A&R because it may be creating a zoning infraction. Our job is to look at it and say, does it meet the approval of a subdivision not required plan, and if it does, we have to sign it. But again, we try to be helpful and explain, we've subdivided swamps, and we've told people, why you want to subdivide this swamp? Well, I'm going to build on, okay, good luck, because I don't think that's ever going to happen. But just trying to highlight some of the issues that we're seeing here, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good plan. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I wouldn't say no to it anyway, but just, I would make that extra step and make that extra effort, because
I'm just concerned about
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
we've been
Well,
interpreting
because
this
it-
165 through the dwelling.
Right, well, exactly, and that's what's gonna be the issue.
But because it's a pre-existing non-conforming lot,
Right.
and you're combining it, and if you can keep one wall, however they interpret it, so that you're not really completely
12
taking the
feet
house
of a
down, so
wall.
that you get to,
It's
yeah,
12 feet of a wall.
yeah,
That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
yeah.
Well, we'll
Then that
cross
would
that
allow
bridge.
us to keep the house back then.
We'll cross that bridge when we
Yeah,
come
it
to it.
doesn't, right, it's just.
Right.
And I
Yep.
hate to have to do that, because it's like, now we have to work around this one wall,
Yeah.
we just
Yeah,
want to
we
take
wanna
the
try
whole thing
not to.
down. I
Yeah,
know.
so now if
I
they
hear
leave
ya.
it as being raised and they go to the ZBA and the ZBA said no on this, then they can withdraw without prejudice.
Correct. Amend the A&R just to take off
Amend it
this to say to be
and then
raised.
go back.
And then we don't have to wait 2 years to go back.
No,
No,
You have to
No.
withdraw
We have to
without
withdraw with
prejudice.
prejudice.
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
you withdraw without prejudice,
But then you can come-
just have
It's
them,
hard to know all this.
I know,
Just
but
have
just
them-
remember it.
It's okay.
and then just take off to be raised.
Because we,
Yeah,
I got it.
and then take off to be
That's
raised,
very
come back,
hard.
get another A&R.
Katrina's a good source too. if you have questions.
I just want to check, Katrina.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all right.
Get there.
So-
You'll get there.
You want a motion?
I need a motion.
I actually just found the section.
Oh,
We don't
good.
need it
Faster than
anymore.
you thought.
Really?
We're gonna approve the A&R, so you can, we know, we're gonna approve the A&R.
Well, why don't you read
Is
it
that-
just in case?
Okay.
In the event of the proposed reconstruction, would A, cause the structure to exceed the volume or area of the original nonconforming structure, or B, exceed applicable requirements for yard setback or height, or C, cause the structure to be located other than the original footprint, a special permit shall be required by the Board of Appeals. But you need to make sure that's what the building inspector thinks also.
We don't have one.
We do, we have an interim one right now.
Oh.
We're advertising for one.
But you do have an interim inspector.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's there every day?
Katrina's in the office.
Phone
I
call
believe he
away.
was back today, he went on vacation.
Okay.
We have
He's
one.
new and on vacation.
Yes.
He's been around for a while.
What's his name?
He's been serving part-time for us.
Mike,
Mike Donahue?
thank you.
Okay.
I only work across the hall from him.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
We're gonna.
Yes, we'll need a motion on this, yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
I'll make a motion.
More
to-
agony to go.
I'll make a motion to accept the A&R, approve the A&R for Lot 1, showing 1.62 acres for Donna Berardinas, project located 159 Forest Street. Actually, the address of this one's going to be 157, correct?
59, that's my address, 157.
Okay, so we have it correct.
Okay. We have a motion, do I have a second? Okay, all in favor? Aye? There you go.
We'll need the Mylar to
Yep.
sign.
And you just have to sign.
Today's the 11th, right?
The 11th, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Put it right here. That's another one.
Oh, it is. I thought it was mine.
You don't,
That's not right. You took up 2 lines.
You know what?
There you go.
Oh,
And this
maybe you
one.
should kick me off the board then.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we have 3 of them going.
I want to know what school you went to.
Catholic school.
What?
I've got the scars to prove it.
Yeah, I can see why. We got 2
13 years,
lines.
13 years of Catholic school. I think this one you need to sign.
Another one too.
Yes, please.
Rick, you didn't sign this yet, right?
No, not yet.
I wish you guys
I
good
gotta
luck
have
with
it, put
everything.
that on
I
the floor.
hope everything goes forward for you, goes smoothly.
When do they have the meetings, or do you set it up yourself?
No, you have to file, right? They have to file with the ZBA? You have to file an application.
Yes.
Similar to how you did this?
They're having another meeting this week.
Yeah.
Right, it's too late for
It's
that,
too
though,
late.
because we have to advertise in the paper for 2 weeks.
Third Thursday of the month they meet. So you'll get on the agenda for next month.
Is, it's up on the zoning board of appeals website, just call me tomorrow.
This
Rick was worse than you. You know what, it's lefties, the
Do they have
lefties.
town water there? Do they have town water? Do you have town water?
You just don't wanna roll this up.
Yeah, there's water down Forest Street, right? Town water?
Yeah, but do
Yes,
they have
yes.
it?
Recently to my house anyway. Put it that way.
Do they have town water?
It's right in front of them. I don't know if they do, if they're tied in yet or not, but
Thank you.
it's right out
Do you
there.
have town water? Are you on town water?
Yes.
Do you want a signed original for your records?
Oh, yeah, I'll take.
And I've got 2 signed originals for you. And 1 signed original for you.
Or you can have a paper clip for the roll up one.
Oh, I go like every 2 weeks now, and I do the gel. That's a ring on my finger.
Yeah.
No.
If it's okay, I'd like to wish Chris well.
Yeah, I was
with all
waiting
the
for that
time
part.
off,
Yep.
And for
Can I get
being
a?
a wonderful chairman, and member of
Oh.
the planning board for how
She's
many
not
years?
leaving yet.
Shucks. Yeah, I am.
No, you have to wait until after election, you have to make the first meeting.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
I'm voted out of office.
Get
This is
outta
it. I'm not, trust me.
She's
I
too
actually did
anxious.
set
I am.
up
I
because
can't wait to get
ZBA
outta here.
members would not leave until the end of June, because they're appointed,
Through June, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're elected, then once you're,
it's right at the
Yeah,
election.
your term is up at the time. So, no, I want to thank you all. It's been a pleasure. an honor to serve the people of Middleton for 15 years. Beverly, my old friend. You've been with me the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some good times. No, it really has been a pleasure. I've walked some beautiful parcels of land. I'm pretty proud of the work that
Some of
we've
the
done.
others.
Yeah, we've done some good work, and I know that you guys will continue on in my stead, and I will be watching. I'll let you know if I think you're doing something wrong.
She'll call.
I'll be calling. You'll be
That's
like,
okay.
"This is that cranky old lady again."
That's okay. Thanks, Christine.
No, I'll be at home, my slippers and my feet up.
Toes
I'll have a
up.
phone with, it'll just be texts.
Yeah, the cocktail in my hand.
Doing.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
You're supposed to be studying, that's the reason
I
why you're
know.
stepping down.
I will. I'm going back to school, so
No,
I'll
we
be
have a
busy.
request to return application, which, what do we got? Sorry, I didn't want to judge anybody. Are we done?
I took that off the agenda. I don't know how it got.
Oh, I
printed
have
out
it?
here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
no, there
weird.
was a, you'll see there's an item on the agenda that was, I had asked Katrina to remove it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't removed anywhere? Something funky is going on.
Yeah.
Right.
It did say a request to return some fees, but the planning board does not have the authority to determine if fees should be returned or not. That would be the applicant would need to really go and talk to the Board of Selectmen, because the money's already been deposited into the general fund. We do not have the authority to appropriate money like that.
Did our fees go up?
Our planning board fees did not.
They didn't,
Yeah.
because the planning board had already done that
We had already
2
done
years
that,
ago.
yeah.
The
Right.
planning board has the authority to increase their fees on their own because they hold a public hearing.
But did the other building fees and everything go up?
Yes.
Building fees went up, ZBA fees went up, a
Liquor
lot of
license
different fees went
things
up,
like
yeah.
that. Yes. Yeah, that was where the
So,
$100,000
While
of
you're here,
estimated
should I open
revenue.
up my
Has-
lovely letter?
Because this is an item on the agenda, do we have to make any?
No,
So
because
I'll make a motion to adjourn. Can I do that?
you can do that. Yeah.
You were too anxious.
I'll second.
Okay. All in
Well, I
favor?
would have let the TV man get out of here.
Paul, thank you for 15 years of lovely fun.
Oh, what did he say?
Bye, we're adjourned.